Thanks and welcome back. We've had quite the gaming month, huh? Yeah, SpongeBob games, party games, Superman 64. So, in order to relax, I thought it might be a good idea to watch a cute movie. Like the anime of Kirby. But maybe more fussy. Like Yogi Bear.
Geesh, what a short welcome! Get me out of here!
You know, make it more Asian. Like Kung Fu Panda.
Legends of awesomeness. Sweet.
Yeah, pandas are cute, fuzzy, and Asian. But maybe we can make it more weird. And knockoff-like. Chop, Kick, Panda. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Chop Kick Panda is one of many knockoffs based on Jack Black's famous movie Kung Fu Panda.
Hell, even Blizzard tried to rip off Kung Fu Panda with Pandaria.
Even though some people told me it was the other way around, that Pandaren had been a thing since Warcraft 2. Who cares? Anyway, Chop Kick Panda was made by Gaiam, a company best known for making yoga mats.
Well, it's a damn shame they aren't a therapy company, because most people would be in need of that afterwards.
Chop Kick Panda can without a doubt be called a terrible movie, having only scored 2.2 out of 10 on IMDb. I didn't even think that was possible.
Well, anyway, let's take a look at Chop Kick Panda, a movie made by a yoga mat company.
The movie starts fitting enough with a semi-drawn dojo in Serenity Falls, as they call the lovely peaceful city, where the narrator tells us about the mighty warrior Sibo.
A fighter so legendary that his legend was legendary.
Wait a minute, it's a cartoon? But the box cover is clearly CG, what the hell, man? I mean, I don't like CG very much, so it's awesome in my opinion, but still, it's sort of off-putting.
Okay, this is Sibo, as in placebo in my opinion. He is the city's great kung fu warrior, or any martial arts, because he's supposed to be more than just a kung fu panda.
Hey Sibo, stop daydreaming and keep mopping!
Or not, he's the janitor. Oh, how amusing. The great panda warrior is not a great warrior at all. He is in fact just a measly janitor.
I'm out of here, Z-boy. Got to go to the gym and get my workout on.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Why the hell is the panther British? I mean, it sure as hell sounds British.
By the way, that is Lola voicing the panther. And the Grandmaster Han. Yeah, surprisingly enough, there's only 4 voice actors in such a big budget movie.
I mean, can you imagine?
I kid because I love to laugh. Hey you!
After Barley as the British panther is named is done bullying Placebo, we get a little taste of Sibo kung fu powers.
Resulting in a visit to the chiropractor.
We then cut to the school show and tell session, or is that called career day? Not sure how American schools work. Anyway, here Sibo tells his son's class all about how heroic and great he is.
There is no observational evidence for wormholes.
Shouldn't you be in the gifted class?
This is Brainy Smurf, or at least he's just as annoying. He's like that friend that keeps pointing out plot holes in movies, and be annoying about it.
After a long and painful talk about Sibo lying, we then get straight into another talk where the son asks to see the dojo with his friends, and of course it's to impress his love interest, who is a cougar, I believe.
I wish Mom were still here. She would have said yes.
Oh right, did I forget to mention that this movie is sponsored by Disney and their Mothers Has to Die concept? No, actually, I'm kidding. It's made by Renegade Animation, those assholes that made the Tom and Jerry show. How that abomination is still on air, I have no fucking clue.
Anyway, you all know how this scene ends, with the panda cop persuading his dad into showing the dojo to them, and Sibo having to figure out how to keep the lie going. Which, obviously enough, we have a scene with Sibo and Han talking about the possibilities of him showing the dojo to his son.
Let me ask you a question then. Do you actually think I would turn away your son and his friends? Well...
He of course agrees, and we now have a scene with Barley and this evil twin-looking guy of the Grandmaster.
The Amulet of Fury is hidden somewhere in my brother's dojo.
Okay, I totally made fun of them being twins. I didn't know that would actually be the case. So, what is this movie number 350,280 to use the evil twin concept?
After quite the exposition regarding the Amulet of Fury, the scene ends with a name-changing idea.
The first thing you should do when you're in power is rename the village. I mean, Serenity Falls, really? Really? Serenity is a state of being calm and peaceful and untroubled.
I like the irony.
Come to think of it, Sure, good idea. I mean, Serenity Falls really doesn't strike fear into anyone.
We then cut to Sibo pretending to be cool and the school kids barging in to see him train.
To do what? Fight Mr. Clean?
You know it's bad when you get your material from food fight.
Yeah, we have a lot of jokes, including one that's okay, I guess.
So, what's the difference between Taekwondo and Karate?
About 3 letters.
I give them credit for at least trying.
And of course, the chopping of wood, believe me, it's as fun as watching paint dry. It appears that the kids are having an all-nighter, meaning that there's time for even more shenanigans.
If my mind was an athlete, it could run a marathon.
You see what I mean? He's just awful.
And of course, Sibo is teaching the children the most secret of techniques there is.
Stone, cloth, shears.
Isn't that just a Jangen Bun?
Oh, it goes by many names, Genkan Pon.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We continue this quite a lot. We even have a bamboo joke and realizing that the monkey is really good at that take the stone then the training can begin thing.
Quickly, snatch the pebble from my paw. When you can take the pebble from my palm, then your training will be complete. Where'd it go?
This is important later on. Don't ask why Noah paid too much attention to it, really.
He's even teaching the kids in something he calls Kendo Kirikaishi.
Yeah, that joke can only be made so many times before it's not funny anymore. In this movie, it's less than one.
We then cut to the panther and the evil twin, by the way, his name is Slade. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I'm sure the creators from Teen Titans Go looked at this Slade and said, what? People want him in our show? Oh, come on, that's just too stupid, even for us. Let's put him in the movie instead.
Anyway, Slade and Barley are having the conversation they usually have between Evil Guy and his henchmen. You know, did I not tell you not to return empty-handed and so on and so forth?
Prepare to meet your maker!
My mum's here.
Wow, that joke was so damn stupid. I believe he was up all night to invent it.
I bet you were up all night thinking of that plan.
Ed and Eddie, is there any joke that isn't funny when you do it? Well, probably. I mean, there's 5.5 seasons. There's bound to be at least one bad joke.
We then cut back to the dojo where the son and his love interest share some semi-sad, semi-happy moments.
I bet he does.
Yeah,
Do you miss her?
I don't know.
I think she is. I'm glad I came tonight.
Me too.
I mean, how can you even make a romantic scene about his mother's passing? Imagine that scene from Love Actually. Totally different outcome, right?
Koji, was that you?
Wow! We're more than halfway through the movie. Yeah, the movie is only like 43 minutes long. And only now did they put in a thought joke.
I mean, sure, it's stupid and annoying, but when you know they're coming, at least it's nice that we could get 24 minutes of story development before they did. Oh, and also, this is the only fart joke in the entire movie. I'm not kidding.
Why'd I ever leave jolly old England? The pubs, the royal palaces.
Oh, so the panther is indeed from England. Fascinating. I thought it was just an artistic choice, but good for them for at least clarifying it.
And now Barley tricks...
Tricks are for kids!
Indeed they are. Barley tricks the kids and Sibo into finding the Amulet of Fury for him, stating that he is sent by Han instead of Slade.
Master Han sent me to retrieve the Amulet of Fury.
The whole gang searches, but none of them can find it.
Go ahead and tell us where the amulet is hidden.
How the bloomin' onion would I know?
Yeah, by now, most people would question this guy's integrity.
I did not realize that. Russell, did you realize that?
No, I did not realize that.
Oh, I mean, he's obviously a fraud. I thought it was clear to everyone. You know, why am I discussing this with a businessman when it was clearly made by them?
It so happens that they, after a lot of struggle, find the amulet at the most obvious spot. Behind the picture of the amulet. I mean, that just makes sense, right? By the way, they found it by a dumb luck, I might add. And now the plan of Barley is revealed, and they have a give me the amulet battle until Slade arrives. And of course, being the douche Slade is, he reveals that Zeebo is in fact the janitor.
You think a janitor can stop a great and powerful warrior like Slade?
There is one problem though. I know it's hard to believe with such a great and fascinating movie, but there is one plot hole. Zeebo didn't really have to agree with Slade. He could just have said liar and the kids would have believed him.
But no, he tells the truth. Sometime later, Han comes in and cracks a lot, and I mean a lot of Star Wars jokes.
If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
For the love of Pete, don't start with the Yoda quotes.
It's Obi-Wan, not Yoda.
I don't care if it was Jar Jar Pickles.
Binks.
Insufferable fool!
I can't say he's my favorite character either.
Yeah, that actually did happen. Not only did they reference it, they also felt the need to explain it. Imagine something like that in Animaniacs.
The Strubert.
Nah, it's funny because you normally do not understand. No, fancy concept.
Anyway, it so happens that the monkey steals the amulet.
Wow, you are fast!
You see, I told you that skill was important.
And Zeebo acquires the amulet and becomes rather decent at mob fu.
Hi, it is at least as good as the jokes in this movie.
Zeebo trashes the evildoers and Han tells that the amulet didn't do anything at all.
The power of the amulet rests in the mind of the one who possesses it.
Yeah, the power was inside you all along concept. We get it.
Okay, well, it's interesting to say the least. It is well deserved of the low score. The animation is that typically Flash animation that sadly too many companies uses today. Sure, you can make the episodes quicker, but without passion and soul, which this movie has neither of. It feels like they took two scripts of movies, one with the lying dad having to tell the truth, and one with the power is inside you. Mashed them together, cut it too many places and said done, kids won't know it's garbage, they know dick. The fact that only 4 voice actors is used is clear as day. Seriously, there's like 7 characters and 1 is silent. Which is also another thing for a place called Serenity Falls, which you don't see a lot of it. We see the dojo, the classroom once, and twice did we see the evil lair. The sound effects are, well, tolerable, not great. It really feels like a cheap imitation of Kung Fu Panda. The art style is, well, it is drawn poorly, but I mean, I've seen worse, at least you know what they are in general. Would kids like it? Probably. It has zero story, not too loud, and it, well, has no clever jokes or anything. To be honest, kids would probably be bored out of their minds with this. Although it only has 1 fart joke, which is nice to be honest. Could have been piss and shit galore. So at least they kept the lowbrow to a real minimum.
Which is a really good description of the movie. Bare minimum. I'm the Angrynator, terminating bad movies for your entertainment.
I don't know. Something catchy. Something powerful. How about Bollywood?